Welcome everyone. So today is our first day for Python class, and today we will learn about just Python. First, we will talk about why really we need Python, and then after that we will install Python and VS Code, and we will write Python code. But I think instead of just me answering and talking about everything, how about if we make it a bit interactive? Why you learn Python? Why?
For data, analyzing data.
Yes, for data analysis. Yes. Another more?
You can even do some small program.
To develop some application. Yeah. Application could be anything. It's a broad kind of concept application. Data analysis to scrape the data. You know, by the way, what scraping the data means? Scrape data from websites. To clean data, because you may not get data the way you want, and you clean that data actually before you do analysis or before you apply some machine learning model. So you have a data, the data might be clean or may not be clean. If it's not clean, you clean it and you do some data analysis, or you apply some machine learning model and you get some prediction. Maybe also the data you get might not be the way you want. You restructure the data you want. To restructure, maybe you have an Excel file. You change that format to another file format. Also, you can change the structure of the file. So it can be used for data analysis, to develop some application which runs on the back end, to scrape data from website, to develop some web application, to develop some desktop application, and to automate any process. So Python can be used almost for anything you want. So that's why they call it. It's a very general purpose programming language which can be used almost anywhere. Yes, so today, why Python? Yeah, it's popular. Some of you say that it's also popular. It can be used as in a web developer. I mean, web development in the backend to develop desktop application for machine learning, for data analysis, almost for everything. So it's popular, and your chance of getting job is also high if it's popular. What's Python? Python is just a programming language. So maybe you may also ask, what is a programming language? A programming language is actually a set of instruction or a set of code which tell a computer to do something, some task. So it's a set of or a collection of instructions which tell the computer to do some task. Then we do the setup. Setup means we make our computer ready to write Python code. And then we talk about variables in Python, and how to comment Python code, data types, operators, conditionals, loops, functions. We may not see all this today. most probably we see some of. Let's see, because it's hard to say how much we can cover in 4 hours, but let's see how much we can do. So first we start by installing Python, and then after that we install VS Code. So I cleaned my computer so it doesn't have any Python. I'm going to install the Python just with you, and I didn't also install yet VS Code, and we install this together. So you do what I do. Don't look at what I do, just follow me what I do. That means you should really do what I'm doing. And if you get stuck, ask me. You may just interrupt me and I will help you. Okay? That's how we do. And be active also on the chat. Whenever you want to say something, you can write on the chat, and I look at on the chat channel once in a while, and I most probably see it. Okay, this is the slides I have, and okay, now let's move on to Python. So I'm on Google Chrome, as you can see. I search it. So Python, I go to the official Python website. Actually, when you go also down, you will see the purpose of Python, use of Python. I was talking about for web development, for graphical user interface development. That's for actually for a desktop application. Scientific and numeric, that is for data analysis and machine learning, software development, system administration. Yeah, so these are the use of Python. It doesn't seem exhaustive list, but some of the Python's use. Yeah, you come here and you may see downloads. Oh, too quick. I didn't explain. But it may also take you to maybe Windows, and then you go maybe one of the, this one, so Windows installer. But for me, it detects what I need, and I am just now installing. Add, I think it's good to click this one, add path, and then install. Who did install already before you came to setup was successful, as you can see, and it's okay, I think. Yeah, so did you manage to install? Did you get it? Okay, then I can minimize this, and you come to here, the search. If you are using Mac, you open the terminal. If you are using Windows, come to here and you write CMD. Even I can write CMD, okay? So you write here CMD, and you can open the command prompt, and it opens something like this. So to check if Python is installed, actually I write Python and version. So if it's installed, I should get something from this command. So I have to click enter. And now, as you can see, Python 3.91 And the latest version, the version we installed today, I have, as you can see, 3.91. That's what we installed. Okay, I have to check before I move on. Have you checked your Python version? Let me see. Just type 1 and then we move on, because I can see how many people did this already. If you just write Python and the version, and then if you see the version, that means you are ready to go. You did everything. So type to me 1, and then I can see I got version 2.16 for some reason. Does it matter? Yes, now it really matters. It is tuny. I think you should, are you using Mac? In Mac sometimes it, yeah, and sometimes on Mac, it might be difficult to change the direction, I mean the path, but we will see. Definitely the way we write is somehow different. The syntax is different. Any 3 version is okay. If you have 3.6 or 3.7, it's okay. Okay, guys? No problem. Yes. I saw if I type in Python 3, for sure, actually, even though you see 2.7, you had also 3 in 3.10. I got 3.10. That's okay. Anything above 3.5 and 3.6 is okay. Yeah, good. So now let's write Python. That's Python. Right the way. Yeah. By the way, do you see my screen very well? Yes, if you write this, after you write this, enter. Oh. I thought I wrote Python and enter. Yes. When you write Python and click enter, so you see something like this, and we call this Python interactive shell. The Python interactive shell, the cursor, the blinking cursor allows you to write Python code. And we agreed that Python is a very simple or easy programming language to learn because it somehow sounds like human language. For instance, if I want to print something, I write print. And then we usually, in programming language, we start with hello world. Hello world. You can write anything you want, but let's see. Hello world. Yes, as you can see, hello world has been printed. Let's print something else. Print welcome to Python. Yes, course. As you can see. Yep, I got this message when writing Python traceback most recent core list. Okay, Python is not defined. That means, okay. Yeah, you should, how do you, you should write, have you seen what, yeah. Yeah, but look at how I'm writing. If you see, there is a quotation here. Did you manage to see the interactive shell? Do you have the interactive shell? What code did you write? Can you copy and paste here the code? The code you write, not the error, but the Oh yeah, so you should write it Python like this. Yeah. Everything should be so you didn't manage to install Python, right? Yeah. So you didn't succeed.
Yes, I didn't succeed. I don't know why, because I was using Python before the course, and now when I install this new version, it doesn't work. But I think I will use the way I was using before on my code.
Okay. So what operating system are you using?
I have to find it new because I was put everything in one side, and it was like 2 months ago, so I have to look in this computer. But you can continue the course. I will catch everything you say and try to.
Yeah. But what operating system are you using?
Windows.
So in Windows, it's so easy. Just go and install if you have.
Yeah, I install it, but every time I type like a Python version, he's saying to me this is how can I say, like it's like it didn't find Python.
Okay, can you write this then? Try it with this. I will show you. Just write py and try it and enter.
Yes, that's great.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked with PI.
Okay, then guys, you may try for some of you. This is the either you can try it py or py enter, or you may try it with Python 3, something like this. Now, for me, it's not, but anyway, but
yeah, it works now.
But
Perfect.
for some of you might work like that. Python 3 or py. Great. So remember, so in your case, it's working with py. So now let's move on again by starting Python. Okay, in addition, is there anyone else who has the same problem, who doesn't manage to follow?
It's Päivi. I had the same problem, but with py it worked.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
The most important thing here is, in whatever case, if you manage to open this, the interactive Python shell, that is great. So now let's come back again. As I told you, Python is a very human-friendly programming language. We say print to print something. So, and I have to greet you politely. So welcome everyone to Python lesson 1. It's printed something for me, right? Okay, great. How about if I say print? By the way, to get what I wrote the previous, I can use this the up arrow. I can get something like, how about if I remove one of the quotation mark and if I do something like this? Do you think it runs?
It will be.
If I have removed, there was this one quotation, the string, we call this, the text was under quotation, but now I want to remove. If I remove it, something like this, it says syntax error, because this is not a proper syntax of Python. So it needs to be in a quotation mark all the time. So the process of finding errors and fixing, we call it debugging. Yeah, developers usually they don't really sleep if they have some bug in their computer, I mean in their code. It's like they think about it when they eat, they think about it whenever they are, wherever they are. So a bug, of course, for this is so easy to fix it. So who could help me to fix this bug? I go up again and add additional this, and I fix it. It's so easy to fix this. So anyway, the process of fixing a bug or a mistake on your code, we call it debugging. Great. So let's print something. So you can print anything you want. Let's print numbers, for instance. I print 1. Yeah, it print. How about at the same time if I add the numbers? Print 1 plus 2. What are you expecting from this, guys?
Three.
Yes, it should be 3. It's just very simple mathematics. How about 2 minus 1? Or what are you expecting? Again.
1.
Of course, it should be 1. Print, I'm not going to multiply 2 by 1 because multiplying something by 1 doesn't make sense. I prefer by 3. What are you expecting from this?
Six.
Yes, that's the multiplication is 6, and the multiplication sign in mathematics is this 1, but when it comes to Python, this is not actually a sign. So I will get error. I will get again error. Have you seen Python is so nice? Have you seen this arrow, upside arrow? Syntax error again, invalid syntax. That means it is showing you that where the error is actually. So I have to figure out that this is not right. Actually, I should write it differently. In Python, multiplication is this sign, the star. So now it is 6. That means I debugged my mistake over there. Okay, let's move on. Print 3 divided by 2. And as you can see, when I am writing, I leave 1 space in between. So when you leave a space in between, actually, it is easy to read your code. So follow me, do the way I do until you get everything familiar to you. And then at some point, you can do things by yourself. But at some point, it's really very good to just follow me like a child or maybe like a robot and do everything I do. Yeah, so great. Now, what do you expect from this?
1.5.
That's true, 1.5. And actually, in Python, we can also calculate the remainder of something. For instance, if we divide 3 by 2, the remainder is, when you divide 3 by 2, the remainder is going to be
1.
1. So this, we call it modulus, and it's a way to calculate the remainder of some division. And let's do more. Print 9, for instance, by yeah. What is the remainder? We are dividing 9.
4.
4. That's great. Because we divide 9 by 5, and it will be 1 times, but there will be also remainder 4, and we got it. Great. So let's move on. Now I will show you floor division. And for floor division, we use 2 slashes. What does that floor division means actually? Floor division means we don't care about the decimal points, but we just take care of, we just care for the factors. Okay, for instance, let's divide 3 by, not that one, What's the floor division of this?
One.
1, because it is 1.5, but we don't care for the 0.5. It should be 1. And again, print 9 floor division of 5.
One again.
Yes, 1. Yes, because as I told you, when you divide 9 by 5, you have one value and the remainder is 4, and you remove the 4, you are left with the quotient. I think in mathematics they call it quotient. Yeah, now let's talk about exponentiation. For instance, print 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Have you seen this? 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16, right? But in mathematics, there is this exponential writing. So we may write print 2 times the power of 0, 1, 2, 4. Yeah, because we have 4 2's. Another way of writing the same thing. This is the, yeah, if you understand this, then I want you to tell me 2 the power of 10. What is that? Now, this is a very common number.
$200.
No. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, because we got, it's not, yes, someone answered already. So it's going to be, this means, by the way, it's not 2. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 10 times, right? So it's going to be actually 1024. Guys, you learned already all the arithmetics like addition, multiplication, subtraction, division, even remainder, modulus, and the floor division. This is the mathematics knowledge you need to do some coding. Actually, you wrote your first coding now. Is there anything which is not yet clear here? Because we add something on top of this. If I want to write here like something, did you understand like this? And if I say enter, it will, yeah, it will give me error. But I can use actually comment in Python like this. Did you understand? Now I didn't see any error, because this comment is allow us to leave remark. In Python or in any other programming language, we use comment to describe the code we write, also to leave some remark on the code. So it's very common to use comment on programming language to make the code more readable, and also to make it more easy to understand, because the code you write today might not be easy to understand after a year. So comment, I can say comment is really good to make our code easy to read. Yeah. Now let's compare things. Even let's compare things using Python. Can I? Okay. print 2 is greater than, maybe 3 is greater than 2. Do you think is it true or false? Python will decide for me. What do you think? Python decide for me. Oh, yeah, Python said that it is true. Okay, print 2 is less than 1. What do you think? What do you think the result of Python? 2 is less.
False.
Yeah, it should be false. Print 2 is equal to 2. What do you think?
True.
True. But how about if I go print 2 is equal to something like this?
False.
Why?
One is a number and the other one is a
The string.
A
Symbol.
string.
Yes, this one is a string and this the number. So the data type of this is, it has a string data type and this one is the number data type. So they are not exactly equal. So it should be false. Great. How about now print to the power of how about this?
It's true.
Yeah, it's true because when you evaluate this one to the power of 5, 32, 32 is equal to 32. Great. How about if we print just true? True is true. Print false. What is false? How about if we compare themselves? Print true is equal to true. How about this? Yeah, it's true. We're comparing the same things. Can we flip? We can flip actually true to false. How do we flip it? We call it in logical negation. We negate. Not true. You just add not true and it should give me false. Print not false should give me true. Are you following, guys? Let me see if you're really following on the chat. Just type 1 or yes, that tell me that you are on track and enjoying it or not. Maybe you are just run away. Yes, it seems that everybody is active and following what we do. Yeah, great. Yes. What else can we do? As you can see so far, I was doing on the Python interactive shell on this. So this is how you close, exit, and you have to write something like this, exit. It's the function which allows you to, by the way, print itself has got this parenthesis to pass something. So this kind of, commands we use, we call them function. They are built-in function, don't worry about them, you get them. So Python just provide you. So this, the print function, allow us to print something. So it's a built-in function. At some point, you will write your own custom function. Of course, as a developer, if you don't write your own function, what else can you do? Yeah, so let's exit. Yeah, even I can exit from here, and then we will have a break, and then after that, we will install the VS Code. Yeah. So let's have a 5 minutes break and then we will return after 5 minutes. Yeah, I will pause the recording. Resume recording. So guys, thank you for returning back. And the first we learned was about installing the Python. And after we install, we did the command prompt. And to start the command prompt, we use Python or py for some of you, or maybe Python 3 for some of you. Okay, for me it works Python or py, both works. And we did this, and we do some printing like everybody loves Python. Okay, if you don't love Python, what else can you really love? Yes, this is what we did. And actually, as a developer, you don't work most of the time on the Python interactive shell on here. Instead, you need to have a proper, what is this? A proper code editor. So we have to install a proper code editor. I exit from here and exit from here too, and go to, yeah, as you see, again, my Chrome. So I write here vscode. Yeah, vscode. Maybe if you don't get it, I will send the link on the chat. Here you have, and it is so easy to download. And you just click over here and you wait for some time. Yeah. Great. I think it is installed. I mean, it's downloaded. So let's click a couple of times. Accept. Next. Add this. I don't need on the desktop. You can tick on it if you want. Or even you can just click without ticking any of the options. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. Okay, great. Launch. So do you see my screen, guys? I think you didn't see my screen, right? So you didn't see my screen, guys?
No, we saw something else.
Oh, yeah. So I have to repeat what I did. This is what I did, but it's okay. I can repeat for you. Let's go to, again, CMD. This is what we have been doing during the break, before the break, right? To write P or Python or Python 3 may help to start the Python interactive shell, and you can work on this. But most of the time as a developer, you need a code editor, and that is our option for today is vscode. So let me exit from this one. And I don't need this anymore. So I downloaded from here, as you can see, download. And for Windows, after some time, it will be downloaded. So I can click on this. As you can see, active. Next, you can tick this. If it's not ticked, then I just yes, if something is strange, when you see something strange, remind me right away or inform me Now finish. For me, it was like, since I had in my computer, you see something strange. So yeah, I think I can close it and start by VS Code, and I can open it again. So you may see something like this. If you have some welcome message, click on the close the welcome message. If it is your first time, you may have welcome message. Click and close the welcome message. And you may have this folder icon. Click on the folder and you can toggle it. That means when you click on this, it opens this and it closes this. Okay, let's see who managed to install the VS Code already. Yeah, remember to close the welcome message. It's somewhere around. For me, it's not here anymore. Maybe I think, yeah, I can show you by this is the welcome message actually. If you have this and it may be here, click it, untick the show welcome page, and then go here and remove it. And then you will see some clean interface. By the way, you can even change the background if you want. Have you seen here? And then you can come to theme, I think color theme, and you can change different. For instance, this is white, right? But that's not my favorite color. That's not even mine. And quite light, something like this. I'm not familiar with this. It's somehow strange, but it's okay. Solarized light, and you can find your own favorite background theme, but there are many of them. Add more. So for instance, theme, you can just a theme. You can find different theme, as you can see. One, for instance, I think in favor of this one. So how can I apply one atom dark? Okay, so let me go out, Control Shift P, one atom, one, I think it's a theme. Yes, one atom dark. Yeah, this is what I had actually in the first place. So usually Control Shift P opens this. And then you write anything here. Yeah, color, and then you just apply one of it. For instance, if I go this one now, Control Shift P again, I go for one dark. What was one atom? This is good for me, at least. Great. Now let's go to at the desktop. I'm here at the desktop, and I want to create a folder. And on this folder, I want to put all my Unity 21. The reason why I use such kind of things, I have different courses everywhere, so this is how I differentiate them. Okay, so this is a Python course which I provide to you, and it's a winter Unity 21. So you can have a meaningful folder. For me, all the project is it's going to be here. So now I can open it here. for some reason my it's not there. So if you have this, add folder. You go to the desktop and yeah, here. Nice. So this we can call this project. But inside here, we can also create a file, and let's create a file. The name of the file, you can call it any. I can call it hello.py. Python files should be ended with py. The extension should be py. Great. So to create a file, you can use this. Have you seen? New file, new folder. If you don't like this, you can come here and you can create new file. But I think this is nice. And again, now I will do the same thing what I did on the Python interactive shell. So print hello world. Yeah, and then actually to open here, yeah, what you should do, right click and open in integrated terminal. Open in integrated terminal. I will show you here on your project folder. Right click, open in integrated terminal. And then it opened for me. Then I write Python and the name of the file. What was the name of the file? Hello.py. Yes, it executed for me. I want to hear from you. Did you manage to do this? And if you did, please write to me. Yes, 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 yes. And I'd love to see yes. No, no, no. Okay. Okay, I will give you some more time. So do you have this? Did you manage to open the folder here, guys? So you write hello.python and write this like this. Print hello world. Then again, I come here, even it's most probably even write py and then hello world. You don't have to write the whole Python, just py hello.p. So who managed to achieve so far? Type yes to me. But this VS Code is really getting smarter. Even you don't have to write this on the command line. You can just click this, click. Why not? No such a file or directory, please. There is. Something wrong has happened. Yes, I should have. Maybe I have to add this line too. But most of you should have. When you click this one, you should get the line, the output. Maybe it's not important for now. I will fix this later for other days. But today I will write manually the long way like this, py. And for you, it's also good to learn.
Let's see.
You don't have this, the triangle?
No, I don't. It's missing.
Okay, maybe you can go to the extension and maybe Python. Let's see if there is some Python tools I have installed. Can you install this Python?
And where is that? It's
Extension. Click here, extension. Have you seen
no.
these squares?
Ah, there. Yeah.
You click
Okay.
here. When you click here,
And then the first one, Python
yes, that,
linting bugging. Okay.
yes, that could bring, but I'm not sure. But that's one of the package which can help you also to clean and to lint your code. You don't have to take care of, and it has also IntelliSense. That means when you are about to write, it just suggests the possible syntax. I will wait for you and see if you see that coming.
Yes.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
came.
I got it. Yes. Thank you.
Right. So guys, if you don't have, so would you please install this package? This package. Have you seen 29 million people are using it? So quite a lot of people are really using it. That means it's a very popular extension. And if you see the rating is also it's, almost 5. Okay. So yeah, now let's write something else. Python. Everybody loves Python because it is very easy to learn. I think py and hello. Yeah, as you can see, everybody has Python, loves Python because it's very easy to learn. Now let's do the thing, print 1 plus 2. What is the result? Everybody knows this. Yeah, 3. And just to see the result, it's 3. But I think it's sometimes good also have the sum of 1 and 2. If I have some kind of, have you seen this? So that means actually print can take different parameters. The first parameter and this one. And let's run. As you can see, the sum of 1 and 2 is, yeah. Now we can even modify that. Print the difference of 2 and 1 is 2 minus 1. And I think you may imagine that it's 1. Print the product of 2 and 3 is 2 times 3. The print the division of 3 and 2 is, I'm just making some division. I type faster. If you are a slow typer, you may have a problem, so I have to slow down, right? Good. So the remainder print the remainder of 3 divided by 2 is, I can share with you some of the code just to, but it doesn't make any difference. But if you make use of, I don't know, but I can share with you anything I have here. Now let's see. 3 modulus 2, and you may expect that it should be 1, right? Yes, the remainder of 3 divided by, and even again I can do this is the remainder of 9 divided by 5. 9 by 5. So when you just do this, you should get 4. I think now it makes a difference. Now let's do floor division print. The floor division of 3 by 2 is, you remember, right? 3. Floor division is 2/, and this should give us 1 again. I have to run. The floor division of 3 by 2 is 1. Print the exponential of 2 of 3. I don't know. I'm not sure if I wrote this statement properly, but what I meant is actually 2 to the power of 3 is 8. Yeah, we did what we did on the Python extension, a Python interactive shell. So this is what we have. So actually we did some arithmetics, printing using the print built-in function. So now you're a printing ninja, so you know how to print. Any doubt, any question before we move on to something else? Okay, so let's see if you managed to do everything I did. How was it? Yeah? Is it time to move on? Okay, great. Then let's move on. It's also good to learn creating different files. So now you know how to write Python code. You wrote your first Python code, hello world. And what is this? Now you have this file. Now let's create variables. But before that, I think it's good to also show you that a comment, something we write after hash is a comment. Anything we write after a hash symbol is a comment. Yeah, so that means this is also a comment by itself. What's the purpose of a comment? What is the purpose of a comment? Actually, to make our code readable, easy to read. That means easy to read. So this part of the text will not be executed, actually, will not be executed, but we can use it to communicate with other developers by leaving some remarks, or it's also a means for the code to be more readable to yourself or for someone else. So remember to leave some remarks, some comment whenever you write a code. It's really very important. Sometimes the very beautiful code you write today, at some point it looks completely strange. And you may ask yourself, is this what I wrote or someone else? So please help yourself and help others by leaving a comment on your code. So this is a comment, and this is a single line comment. And to see if the code is breaking or not, let's try. It is not breaking, as you can see. But if I just write something like this, it will break, because this is not a comment, just random text. Have you seen? It's my code is breaking. So I have to remove it. That doesn't make sense. We can have also multi-line comment. To write a multi-line comment, we have to write it like this. What is multi-line comment? That means the comment can go on multiple lines. This is a multi-line comment that may goes to different lines, but anyway, still it is a comment. Yeah, so you can use this, or another way is actually you can use also this. It's the same. This is single and this is double. This way or this way. Now to check still if your code is running, and it should run. Yes. Do you have any question? Okay, it seems you don't have any question. Then we talk about this one. So even we can create like to organize our file, we can say comment.py. I mean, so, and I can put the comment part there. X. I can write. So, and just let's print something. Print in this file, we learned how to write a comment. If even you don't have to. Oh, because I'm running still the py and the comment. In this file, we learned how to write a comment. Great. Now we've been working. Okay. Are you still surviving, guys? We didn't do much yet. Okay. Let's move on. And the most important and funny part, I mean, the interesting part is variables. .py. And since you know now, I can just write comment in this file or on this file. I think on this file. On this file, we will learn about the variables. Okay, what are variables? Guys, tell me. What are variables?
Containers for values.
Yes, containers for values. Let's write that answer. Variables are containers for values, or a place, or a storage, So for instance, we can say A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 3. Okay, so the mathematical difference and this the coding difference here, this means we are storing 2 in a memory storage A. So we are asking, or we are just allocating a memory location for 2. And also we are storing 3 at a memory location B. So it is not, it doesn't mean A is equal. Hey A, can you store 2? Hey B, do you really mind if you store 3? It's something like that. So A is so nice and it's storing 2, and B is also so nice that it's storing 3. Yeah. When we talk about equality, we use this, but this sign, now we call it assignment operator. It's an assignment operator. We assigned the value 2 at variable A. So now let's try print. Maybe can we sum? I don't like to use sum instead because sum is already a reserved word. Have you seen it? It got a different color. So instead I call it total. A plus B. What is the value of this? I mean, if I print total, what will be the value?
5.
Yes, py and variables, it should be 5. And last time I told you that don't print just values like this because you don't know where it's coming from. So add some kind of information or label. So the sum of A and B is, as you can see. Now let's also do difference, the difference of B and A. So we can multiply the multiplication of A by B. Let's divide B by A. What? And we can do also addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and remainder. Yes, remainder A is 3. Oh, no. B modulus A. So as you can see now, these are variable, this is variable, and this is another variable. We first add this value and we stored it here. And here we do the difference, the subtraction, and we store the value inside here. We multiplied it and put the value inside here. We divide it and put the value on this variable. And we do the remainder, the modulus calculation, and put the value, the result here. Yeah, and then let's do exponentiation, exponent of B, the power of A. What about, and then the last is floor division, floor. Sometimes when you have a big word, you can use underscore, floor division. For instance, floor division of A, B by A. That means when we divide 3 by 2, what's the floor division? Floor division means we don't care for the remainder. We only care for the quotient. Yeah. So now I'm changing. So let's see here. Print the difference. Yeah. The difference of A and B is, and then diff. Let's see the value here. Now the difference between A and B is 1. But now have you seen, what if we manage to print the instead of like this, as you can see, it would have been much better if I see the difference of 3 and 2 is 1. Instead, it's A and B. I don't know. How can I write that? I want this like the value itself. Yeah, I will show you that later. First, let's print this, and I will show that. Print. Maybe I think if I do it later, it will be too long. Now we can just make it even a bit shorter. You managed. So what we can do actually, we have this formatting in Python. So you write F up like next to this, then you will have a chance to inject data. How do you inject the data? Using the curly bracket. The curly bracket. Even you don't have to do it there. I can even make it here. Something like this. And I'm now mixing Python and JavaScript. I can see that really. Okay, it's not mixed. As you can see, have you seen these brackets? What are you expecting in this bracket, guys? Do you expect something? This F means
the name of the variable?
Yes, the name of the variable. So tell me, you started already. So what shall I put here?
A and B
Yes.
and total.
Yes, total. Let's see the value now by running our function. The sum of 2 and 3 is 5. This is more human, right?
What keys did you use to get those brackets between around A and B?
We used to do?
Yeah, what key commands do you use to get those?
I mean on the computer.
Yeah.
I mean, where can I get the symbol on the keyboard?
Yeah.
These are the bracket, normal curly bracket. So at least I'm using the English United States.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay, you just have a different. Okay, no problem. Thanks.
It's just those. This we have this parentheses, and we have this bracket, and we have this square bracket. Yes, I hope you will figure out. Now let's also again add F and change. We don't need this one, and instead let's create here like a basket. You can call it a basket, or a bucket, whatever you call it, and then inject our data, A again, and B, and the difference. Yeah, it's so natural, right? Just so natural, as you can see now. The difference of what? I see something different. How is that possible? I think I saw the code. Yeah, the difference of 2 and 3 is 1. Yeah, that's right. That's what I was expecting. So now again, print F, what's the product? The product of A and B is multiplication. Yeah, so we can go print F, the division of A and guys, we don't have any special symbol. Something you see is just something you get from the keyboard, okay? There's nothing here, any special symbol. Everything you get them, they are just characters which you can find on any standard keyboard. B is the div. Okay, what are remainder? Print F. Am I getting faster? Tell me, guys. I don't know how much I get faster. And because it's up to you to control the teacher to move faster or slower. Yes, because if you don't receive what I say, what's the purpose of teaching after all? So you should understand and you should get what I'm trying to address, right? So the remainder of, I think is that the remainder of B divided by A is, and then the remainder. We changed the coding lesson to or typing lesson, right? Okay, doesn't matter. Print f the power of b to a is yes. Now I will be done, and it will be the last. If floor division of b to a is floor division. Okay. Yeah, now it's just you print again and see your format. Did we get the proper? And I had a bug. The floor division of what's floor division is not defined. Have you seen Python? Is so nice, so friendly. You have a bug, but it tells you where exactly line number 19. So you go at line number 19 and you fix it. And name error, floor division is not defined. So I go to line 19. Where is it? Here, floor division. So I used it here. So I have to go up, and because it is floor div, not division, that's why it's so. I will run it again and check if it's working. Now, as you can see, it works. Great. Now we managed to cover actually two things. What did we cover? I will show you. We covered how to use variables and arithmetics. Arithmetics. I think it's arithmetics. Yes. But what is the, how do we write variables? Can we make long variables, for instance? The capital city of a country, for instance, Helsinki. Do you think is it a proper variable name?
Yes.
Too long, but it's a good one.
Yes, so it's too long, hard to read, right? It's too long, but still a proper. Yeah, so whenever you think of making a variable name, you should think of readability, and it's better to make it short. But too short is not good. I mean, if it's readable, it's okay. But like a variable like A, B, X, Y, Z, that's really bad. So you should be take care of. For instance, first name. Is it a good variable name? Yes, it's really good variable name. So sometimes in Python, if the word is short, you can, I mean, Name, for instance, if the name does, it's not a very explanatory, because name, is it the first name or the last name, or is it a nickname? You don't know, right? So we say first name, so we make it compound word, so it's 2 words. Sometimes you may leave it like this, but in Python actually it's very common to use underscore. So first name and then last name. Yeah. So instead of the capital city of a country, it's really too much. It's too long and it's not easy to read. And for instance, you can go country. It's a very good name, country, Finland. And you just go for city. You don't have to say capital city. City is still just, it means that most probably it's a city. So you can go Helsinki, and we don't go for this. And job, or maybe a profession. Programmer. Yeah, so we wrote. Another maybe, how about some constants? Numbers, pi, 3.14. Sometimes you may write constants like this, gravity, 9.81. Boiling point, or some physical constants, of these natural constants. Yeah, but it doesn't really matter if you write also gravity like this. What's the age? If you guess, I am 250 years old, and everybody knows that. Okay, but you can be fair and you can just put any age, which is like very reasonable age. Okay, 38, for instance, here. Okay, now I want you to generate from this. It's an assignment, a quiz. So your output should be, I am Hasabena Yitai. I live in Helsinki, Finland. I am 38 years old. I am a programmer. Yes, I want you to generate this. Maybe I can give you another more break, and when you return to the break, you should manage to solve this. Instead of my name, replace everything in here. I usually give example using my name and personalize it, okay? Change it to yours. When we give example in our name, it's really easy to remember and it's stick in the mind. We are not going to talk about this John Doe, a kind of example. How about if we leave for a break, and at the same time for you to think about this, and we'll be back at 10 to 8. Do you see my screen? Because it's a very important question to ask before I start all over again. So do you see my screen? Am I audible? Okay,
Yes.
great.
Yes.
Great. So I hope if you had more time to look at, I'm not sure, but I hope you tried it. So one of you should, in your name, you should say that I am this person, I live in Helsinki or Espoo in Finland, I'm this years old, I'm a programmer or a marketer or whatsoever. That's the exercise, yeah. So it's so easy. you write print, yeah, and you need F, and then the quotation mark. And actually, you copy this value all the way, and because I don't have to rewrite all over again. But instead of the static data here, I will change it with another. First, the brackets, this, and Helsinki will be changed by also the a bracket, because I want the data to be dynamic. So yes, and old, and this the programmer, and it will be different. So I am first name, and of course here last name, and here city, and here the country, and here it's gonna be I am programmer, profession. No, age, guys. You just look at me when I make a mistake. I am dash, and here's profession. Great. Now it's about to run the code. Oh, and I have something crazy here. I can write it manually. Python py and variables. As you can see, I am a Sabinit. I live in Helsinki, Finland. I'm 38 years old. I am a programmer. Yes. So how was it? Did you manage to get this result?
Yes.
All right. Now you know what these variables mean. So remember that you should have a mnemonic data type. I think mnemonic. Yeah, I think, is it how they write it? I think this mnemonic, this one. Mnemonic means, maybe you can also hear the pronunciation.
Mnemonic.
Yes. Systems such as a pattern of letters, ideas, or association which assist in remembering something. So, for instance, first name is a very mnemonic. So you can imagine that this will take a first name of someone, and this takes last name of someone, and this take a country, a name of a country, and then city, a profession of someone, age of someone, pi, and this is a natural constant. Everybody agreed, unless you come up with a breakthrough. So this is a pi, is to calculate the diameter or the area of a circle, and this gravity of the planet Earth. Okay, great. I think based on this, the PowerPoint I showed you, so we covered why Python, what is Python, setup, variables, comments, and now let's talk about data types. Great. So I like to create a file, data types.py. Data files could be underscore or it could be just minus. But remember, you can't use minus here. It should be really underscore, because the minus is reserved for subtraction. Data types.py. And then let me just try on this file, we will talk about data types. Oh, I miss a data types. Great. What's data types? Please tell me, what kind of data do you know? The Python data type is a bit different from the programming language data type. Can you please tell me some of the data types?
String and integer.
Yes, great. So in Python, I prefer to say just number. As you said, a number could have integer, and it could be float, or it could be complex number. Yeah, that's the Python data type. And as you said, it's a string. And another, tell me, please. I think now I will just go more of this because I can do lots of things here because numbers, okay. And then the second line, it could be a string. Tell me another. List, tuple, set, dictionary, it goes. But since these are very somehow advanced topics, we don't cover them maybe today, but we may talk about numbers, string, and list today. But it doesn't matter. I will just give you a brief introduction of the data types, and we will come to each of the topics in detail in another days. Okay, great. Now let's start from number. Number data type. Okay. Can you just give me, for instance, if you remember here, did we use any kind of number in this file? Yes, as you can see, we have used 2 and 3. They are integers, and we have used this is integer, and this is float,
Real.
and this is float. So we have been using numbers. So let's say
Set dictionary. Set.
okay, Mike, mute your mic unless you have a question. It's better if you mute your mic. Then the audio quality will not be good whenever you listen to this audio, maybe in case. Okay, great. I don't like to mute everyone because whenever you want to ask a question, it will give you an opportunity to ask. Okay. Let's say integers. Print, for instance, 10. 10 is maybe just 3. 3 is an integer, right? Yeah, how do we know if it's an integer or not? By the way, there is a method in Python or a default, a built-in function type, print type 3. So this should give me actually integer. Let me run. Why I'm getting that py and a data type. As you can see, from this line we got 3, and from this line we got integer. Yeah, so we can check actually, and then maybe print 3.14, and let's check. Of course, it's 3.14. Can we check the type? Print 3.14, but the type of 3.14. 3.14. As you can see, it's float. How do you write complex number? Print complex number, usually we write it, for instance, 1 plus 1j, something like that. Don't worry about complex number. We are just, for instance, yeah, as you can see, 1 plus j, it's a complex number. To check this again, print 1 plus, type 1 plus 1j. And if you run, as you can see, it's a complex number. Great, so we can use the type built-in function to check what kind of data type we are dealing with. Yeah, so we covered numbers. If we have numbers, we do arithmetic operations like addition, multiplication, division, floor division, modulus, that is calculating the remainder, and also the exponentiation. By the way, now there is no webcam. Do you prefer without video or do you prefer with video? I don't know what works better and have no idea what's good for you. Is it good without the video or with the video?
Oh, that's perfect for me.
Okay, okay, without is good. So then let's move on. Great. Also, we covered numbers. This is so if you have a numbers, you can.
Este video será censurado, pero no me voy a callar.
Did someone say something? Okay. So as I said, if you have numbers, you can do arithmetic operators. You can compare numbers also. But before that, let's move on to strings. Strings, what are strings? Actually, strings are text, any form of text under single or double or multiple quotation. So that means we don't care for that. How do I write double? But I think you got the point. Quotation. Okay, so let's do a first name. First name. Do we have first name here? No. So since first name, my name, and actually this is a proper string. So let's check print type of first name. You can check if this first name, if it's a string or not. Let's see. Yeah, that's not working. So for now, I can use this data type. As you can see, it's string. Yeah. But even you can just first name, because as I told you, you can check it, because if you have this as in a label, you know what this is actually. So no, undo. I have to run it. So asabene, that text is actually a string. How about this? Print 10, for instance, or 2, or 3, or 4. This. Yeah, the kind of a number, but what type is it? Let's check the type. What type are you expecting from this?
String.
Yes, it should be string. Yeah, it's string. Of course, to also see what is that means, it's good, as I told you, to have 4. This 4 is actually a string. Great. So anything, any form of text is. So how large should be a text to be a string? How large should be the text to be a string? A word, a sentence, a paragraph, a book. How large?
Maybe a book. There's no limits, or maybe.
Yeah, as you said, no limits. So it could be just a single letter. It's be just a single letter like A, or it could be a book size, or sentence, or a paragraph, or a page, Does it work, Lorem Ipsum here? Lorem, it doesn't work, Lorem Ipsum here. It doesn't. So it could be very huge. For instance, let's just make small sentence. I love Java. No, Python. Love Python because it allows me to change anything in mind to a product. Is that not awesome? Okay, not that. So you can just, as you, okay, I didn't print that. Print sentence. And now I want to ask you to count how many characters do we have in this sentence. And if I want to ask you how many words did I use in this sentence, how many unique words? So such kind of a small problem can be solved by Python. Because what's the length? Can you tell me what's the length of this? So in Python, we have this len. Len is actually a built-in function which allows us to count. First, let me check the length of my name, first name. And first, count it manually and tell me what's the length of my name. Okay, I have 2, 3, I have him 3, I think it is some kind of 8 for me. Yeah, good. So according to my count, I got 8, but let's see what Python can give me. Let's see. Yeah, I was right. But do you think I can count this without making a mistake? But yeah, I can count this without a mistake. But imagine if I ask you to count the number of words Shakespeare used in one of his novels, or maybe in one of a famous book. If I want to ask you, what are the number of words? Okay, that is easy to count. You can count them. It may take you maybe a couple of months or a year, but just to make the problem more difficult, what are the most used words in that book? The most used word. What are the 10 most favorite word of Shakespeare? Something like that. But did you understand the problem, guys? I'm not sure if you got my point here. Who got the problem? Now it sounds like more of a data analysis, extracting text, right? Data mining. Because we're interested in some thing out of the huge data. Yes, so for instance, if you are interested in this sentence, let's print the sentence we did. Now let's count, print sentence, no, print len, print sentence. And if I run that, I may get 98. Great. So 98, but how many words did I use in here? But 98 doesn't, it includes the space too. This space, this space, this space. Now, there is this method, print sentence, split. We can split this and, oh no, I think that's not. Have you seen how I managed to split into words? Have you seen it? It's split into words. Now I can count this. Yeah, how many? And I can just put this print after I split it. I can count the word we used there. What happened? Oh yeah, I think we need additional this closing. As you can see, we used 20 words in this, and A is repeated. As you can see, I love Python because it allows me to change anything in mind to yeah, this repetition. Even if it doesn't make sense to repeat this, I can remove it, but I can keep one. Is that not awesome? Something like that. And I can add some question mark instead, and I can run the again. Great, now I have only 19 words. And this is a string methods. There are Yeah. So if I want to change everything to lowercase, for instance, I have print my name, first name to lowercase, lower. Yeah, this is, we just attach some method and then we change it to lowercase. As you can see, everything is lowercase. But how about print if we want to change it to, sorry, I didn't see, uppercase, print first name and then to uppercase. And then you change it to, as you can see, everything is uppercase. And for instance, if I want the sentence to uppercase, print sentence uppercase, and everything will be capitalized. Yes, have you seen it? How about title case? Even we can do, we have, Python is so awesome, even you can change it to title case. So that means, do you know title case? That means, have you seen I love Python? Every word will be like capital I love Python because it allows me to change anything in mind to a product. Is that not awesome? So it is a title case. Now, these are some of the, we will come to this more in detail, but just let's move on now. How much time do we have? We have 30 minutes and we're not going to have any break, guys. And so we will make use of all the 30 minutes. And I hope we will cover lots of things. But before that, are you still on track? Are you getting it what I'm trying to teach? Can you just type 1? Great. It seems everybody is enjoying what we do. Great. Yes, if you enjoy what we are doing today, I think you will enjoy the rest of the lesson, the rest of the 7 weeks or 8 weeks. So yeah, now let's talk about list. What is list actually? List, can someone help me to define, as you may understand the word list? I don't have to, just ignore it. If something is just telling you to, you can add it, or it doesn't make a difference, okay? You may get lots of recommendation to add this and that, but you can add it. It doesn't make that much of a difference, okay? Usually it suggests to you something to something related to what you do. And if it asks also for update, update it. Okay, what's the list, guys?
We can store different variable in YName.
Yes, that's true. So as we can see, as he can say, we can store different variable, different data. Might be a better wording. So different data in one variable or name. So list of shopping items, right? List of numbers, list of people, list of patients, list of virus types, whatever. During the corona, it could be. So now, so it's a collection of items, a collection of different data types. Okay, so let's go names. Yeah, so let's names. So yes, Barack. Okay, so I can go Donald. Okay, and then Clinton, whatever. So as you can see now, it seems that very famous and very political people on our list of names. So list of names. And this might tell you that it's a list of names. Let's print this, print names. And if I print, I should get 3 people. As you can see, Barack, Donald, and Clinton. Okay, how many people do I have? I use Lane and the names again. And with that, I should get something like 3. Yeah, now let's go more. I think we should start numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 2, where's 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For instance, this is a kind of whole number, right? Whole number, I think whole number, and something starts from numbers, and it's also good. If you have noticed, I didn't say name, instead I said names. Yeah, it makes a difference, guys. So if you start, because today is your first time to write coding, so just apply what I do, and it really makes a difference. Your code will be very beautiful. So sometimes ask also yourself, why singular, why is plural? Because we are listing, we have list of names, we have a list of numbers. So print whole number. Yes, and I should get, oh yeah, today my not working, so data types, and I should get 0 to 6. How about even numbers? Even numbers. Everybody knows even numbers, right? 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8, and it goes on and on. But this is enough for an example. And if you just print this, and you should get them. And if you want to know how many they are, and you print again, length of even numbers. And okay, this is list, but can we add also different data types? Yes. Mix of everything, mix of everything. This is the name of the variable I'm using. Okay, for my age, it could be, and maybe 3.2, my favorite number, or gravity 9.1, or some complex number, 1J, or maybe my favorite president ever, Donald J. Trump, my favorite fruit, mango, whatever. And another data type. Can we also list again a list of my favorite list of numbers, even numbers, 0, 1, 2, no, 2, 4, 6, and what else can we add? So as you can see, we have numbers, we have complex numbers. I mean, in numbers, even integers and float, and complex numbers, and string, and then another list. So this actually is, so what is the length of this list? I really want to know. What's the length of this list? Please tell me without using Python. Can you tell me, please? Picks off. I can tell you 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this plus? This plus is by mistake, guys. It's a comma, 0, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As I understand it is 7. Python, and then mix of everything. Everything. I was thinking to say mix of data. No, it's better to say it like that. Mix of data. The reason why I'm trying to show you here is different data type. We can also populate different data types in a list. Okay, so data. Why? PY, and data type. Yes, we have 7, as you can see. Great. So how do we access data of this? How do we deal with list? For instance, let's talk about countries. Countries. Finland and Estonia and Sweden. Okay, I think this will be enough. Well, we can go up to Denmark and Norway, and that will be enough. Those are my examples of the time. If you have been in my lesson, you know it. If you have been in JavaScript or whatsoever, this is the simplest example ever given. Okay, I think this is not needed. But why in a different line? Is it, maybe is that too large? Okay. Is it easy to see? Can you see it, guys? Is it easy to see or too small?
That's okay, I think.
Yeah, because it was really too big. Yeah. Yeah, so let's now, for instance, if I want you to access Finland, how do you access Finland? Whenever we count arrays, whenever we want to access data, this is located at 0 index, 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how I use print countries, and then I use the 0 index. And this should give me actually Finland. As you can see, Finland. So if I want to change the Finland to, for instance, uppercase, I can just copy. If I ask you, hey, extract Finland and change it to uppercase, you may change it like this, and you should get what you want. And if I want you to take out Norway, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you go to print countries, and then 4, and then again uppercase if you want to change it to uppercase. So Norway should be out. Okay. So this is 0. Actually, another way to get Norway out, we can use the index. What's the length of this array? Tell me, guys. What is the length of this array?
5.
How many?
5.
Yes, 5. Great. The length is 5. So what is the index of the last country?
5 minus 1.
Yes, great. 4. That means we can calculate the last index. Last index can be calculated by length of the countries minus 1. Do you mean this?
Yes.
That's great. So if we do this, we can copy this, and instead of just 4, how about if I pass last index? And let's try to run again. We got the same result from this one and this one, but which do you prefer to use?
But you can also use country minus 1, isn't it so?
Country?
Countries and then minus 1 for the last index. Instead of last index, minus 1.
Countries minus?
Now you have to put it into the brackets. Minus 1 in brackets. That's minus 1 in there, yeah.
You mean here?
Yes, minus 1.
Countries minus 1.
No, only minus 1.
Oh yeah. Okay, I will come to that one. I will come that. You mean?
Yes,
Yeah, I understand now.
Yes.
I know what you meant. Yes. Okay. This is another way or the previous way. Yeah. So I can keep everything here. Last index, or as he mentioned that actually we can also use the last index using the -1. Just -1 gives you the last index. This. So all this gives you the same result actually, py and by data type. Have you seen? Yeah, thank you. So whenever this array increases, for instance, why not Iceland? Iceland. Oh no. So what will be the value of this now? This. How many Norway do you, how many, I mean, are we going to get Norway again? No, but we get one Norway, but we will get two Iceland. Let's write. The reason why we use static data, these 4, but this one is dynamic. When the array size increases, this value changes, and so it is. Now let's think of modifying, for instance, let's change Finland to Suomi. How can we change Finland to Suomi? Okay, let's try to change. I will show you first countries. Yeah, everybody knows that the Finnish name of Finland is Suomi. Yeah, I believe so. I know everyone's Finnish is much better than mine. So let's imagine everybody knows that the another name of Finland is Suomi, or the Finnish name of Finland is Suomi. So our plan is now to change this to Suomi. Okay. Actually, we just assign a different value. So countries, and then at 0 index, we give a new value. So Suomi. Now we are modifying or mutating the original data. So if I print now countries, it will be a different value. Suomi, have you seen it? Yeah. Okay, let's maybe change Denmark to maybe Greenland, something like that. So 0, 1, 2, 3 countries, 3, because it's at 3 index as 0, 1, 2, 3. And my plan is to change it to Greenland. Okay, and then again, let's check print countries. Suomi, Estonia, Sweden, Greenland, Norway, Iceland. So everything is working as it is intended for. Okay, I think this is enough for the different data types we plan to do, because numbers, strings, list, tuple set dictionary will come later in its section. And the list is not also, because we have different list methods. Maybe I think today it's good to also add a couple of the list methods. For instance, append, extend, slice, also slicing. But we will come to another day further on this topic. Yeah. So if you remember, we have whole numbers here. I want to maybe evens, I can just call it, or numbers. Do I have numbers so far? No, numbers variable. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I think it's not even num1. I can call 1, 2, 3, and num2. 4, 5, 6. I think it's so easy to concatenate here. But did we see concatenation in a string? By the way, we didn't see concatenation in a string here. Maybe let me show you here. First name, and we have last name, and my name is Itai. And concatenation means actually merging full name, first name, plus last name. Let me print this full name. If I print that full name, what I get might be, I will show you my full name. Have you seen? Yeah, so I just use addition to connect this. So merging, you can consider it as merging, but it becomes one word. So I can add space in between like this. And now it will be formatted, as you can see now. So we can do the same for numbers. For instance, numbers, num1, num1 plus num2. And if you print this, numbers, and we should get, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. So we saw now here, you may call it, this is also kind of concatenation. Let's see slicing. Slicing. We use slicing differently. For instance, we have this country. Let's slice out some of the country. I think Finland, Estonia, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, and Estonia is here. For instance, I think this Nordic or maybe Scandinavian countries, those are Finland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, and Iceland. So let's just leave Estonia and let's take out only those 5 countries. So I start from here and stop here. Actually, we use this operation that is countries, and I like to start from 0 to the countries 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So I use 4. If I use 4, it doesn't include 4, so it will be here. So I go up to 5. So 5, because it doesn't include the last index. This will help me to slice out these countries. Let's see. Have you seen Suomi, Sweden, Denmark, Greenland, and Iceland? So sometimes doing something like this, you may not store this. So I can call them Nordic. Is that Nordic or Nordic countries? And then I can store it something like this. Nordic countries. Yeah, great. Maybe if you are interested only in Estonia, we can get Estonia out. Estonia, we can say countries. Since Estonia is the last, so we can use the -1. So print Estonia or the last country, but I think Estonia is not a very good name. Last country, last. I mean, when I say Estonia is not a good name, it's not a very good variable name. Last name, last country, last country. Okay. Last country, and then as you can see, Estonia was printed out as in last country. Guys, are you following still? Are you on track? Or did I just lose you somewhere? Yeah. Oh, great. Everybody's just enjoying what we do. So now we slice out. So whenever you like to slice out, where do you like to start and end? Maybe now, how about if we are interested to ignore Finland and Estonia, but if we are interested to Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Iceland, tell me, how can we take these countries out? Yes, I don't know what we call them, but we can print them. Countries, tell me, where shall I start? Because I want to start.
Scandinavian. Scandinavian countries?
But Sweden, Finland is also Scandic, right?
No.
Really? Then that's a very good name. The Scandinavian countries. I think it's Skanda. It doesn't matter. So countries. So how do we, tell me, how can I slice them out? Those I can show you again. Where shall I start? From here, and I should stop here. So 0, 1. So I should start from 1, 2, 3, 4, and again up to 5. But the thing I should start is from 1 to 5, because it doesn't include the last index. Then let's print this Scandic country. Scandic, I can just call it a bit short, Scandic countries. And let's write Sweden, Denmark, Greenland, Iceland. Wow, that's very good. So in this way, you can slice out your list. For instance, if I ask you to do some list, the shopping list, it could be shopping list or shop, whatever. So you go for sugar, or maybe if you have a sugar, you should have a coffee, and you should have a milk, and maybe you have to have also some meat, or you should have also some mango, of course. And if you should have something, I don't know, a potato, and also tomato. Yes. So if I want to maybe change sugar to milk, coffee to tea, and something like that. So this is like a real life application or real life use. And we are running out of time. I think what are we supposed to cover more than this? Data types, operators. So I think it is not about the amount of things you learn, but I want you to learn things from here also. GitHub, I will take you to the GitHub account of 30 days of Python. Why is it too big today? Yes, 30 days of maybe, this is my account if you don't have it already. Yes, if you follow me, you can access me so easily. So you can just follow me. How do you follow somewhere? Because since this is my account, I can see the follow. So you can follow me on GitHub, and you can access all materials without searching, because you follow me, and even you may notice when I do some commits. So this is 30 days of Python. It's a very, very popular Python Git repository. I prepared it last year, and it's very, very famous. As you can see, it has 4,100 stars. And if you see the peoples, these peoples are, you never know, but people all over around the world are using this material. So it was somehow a very good material for any level, for absolute beginners, for advanced users, for people who like to be a data analyst or data scientist, machine learning specialist, whatsoever, because it has everything and it's well structured. How you do it is actually, it is based on days. It's a challenge. We call it 30 days of Python challenge. For instance, you can start at any point and completing one challenge every day. Day one, done. So you go from day 1 to 30 a day. And even if you finish and if you ask me for a certificate, you can get certificate for free. You don't pay for that, but it is not very mandatory to finish. I may say that it may really take long time to finish it, and it needs a proper commitment. Yeah, I think this is a material for you to read and to use. Maybe I will also suggest you something else. Python for everyone is somehow easy to Python for everyone. It's just one page. Have you seen? It has everything what we did today, step by step, and you can finish this in just maybe in a day. Of course, there are some challenges also here, but this is not exhaustive list, and I have to really go back and add more contents. This doesn't cover everything about Python, but up to some point, it's really good material. This one, and it doesn't have exhaustive material. I mean, the information, it's just to the point, so you can also make use of this Python for everyone. Yes, so I think now I can stop the recording.